Coming up on Cedar Valley today, the Wartburg Knights are heading to multiple national championships. And one major roadway in Cedar Falls starts construction today. Plus, the University of Illinois has hired their third football coach in a year. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Tyler Metcalf.
And I'm Alyssa Kozak.
It's an exciting week for D3 sports this week, especially for Wartburg athletes. Alyssa, why is this week so special?
Well, Tyler, it's your birthday, and on behalf of Cedar Valley Today, we wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
But in sports, it's the NCAA National Tournament weekend for wrestling, track and field, and women's basketball is playing in the Sweet 16 this Friday. I got a chance to talk to all the head coaches and some athletes on how they prep for such a high-level event.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Winter sports seasons are coming to an end with one last push for the national title.
It's just exciting to be a part of athletic department who, has a number one rated wrestling team. To have a women in the Sweet 16 and to be a part of having athletes competing for a national championship.
Women's basketball coach Bob Amesbury thought his team was locked in and focused for the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament, but at the same time, they were loose and played well together. This is the first time the women's basketball team has been in the tournament in over 10 years.
We've made a point over the last 3 or 4 years to learn from the success of others around this place.
One of those teams is the track and field team who hasn't missed a national tournament since 1997 between indoor and outdoor seasons. This year is no different. Coach Newsom says the key is to not do anything different the week prior to the event.
At this point, what you want your athletes to do at the national championships, if they compete at the level it took for them to get qualified, then they will put themselves in a position to become an All-American.
And Coach Eric Keller for wrestling couldn't agree more.
We just got to go wrestle our best, That's for us, that's kind of what the focus is on, just every guy going out individually and performing at their highest level. If we do that, we're going to be right where we want to be.
Senior Drew Wagenhofer says it's best to take on the weekend one match at a time.
This, Friday and Saturday is just kind of going down there and, keeping the right mind frame of just, wrestling down there with a purpose and getting on top of that podium.
All three teams encourage their athletes to make it the best time of their lives.
It feels great. You're kind of that elite few that have the chance to prove yourself at a national level.
Just play your game and play together and play for each other.
We do belong here and we do deserve this. So
it's just a great family to be a part of.
Reporting for Cedar Valley Today,
getting that dub.
I'm Alyssa Kozak.
To follow along this weekend, tune in to Wartburg Athletics Twitter page as highlights and results will be updated throughout the days.
Thanks, Alyssa. Later on in the show, we will be talking to women's basketball coach Bob Amesbury as they enter the Sweet 16 for the first time in over 10 years. In more athletic news, the University of Illinois has hired a new head football coach. This comes just 2 days after Josh Whitman, the new athletic director, fired the former coach on his first day in the position. The college announced yesterday that former NFL coach Lovie Smith has taken the position. Smith is the first African-American to ever be hired as head coach at the University of Illinois. Smith spoke during a press conference yesterday.
Truly a privilege and an honor to be the new head football coach for the University of Illinois.
Smith is the third head football coach the Illini has had in a year. The athletic director says this is just the beginning of many changes to come, and Smith says that he's in it for the long haul. When we come back, one major roadway in Cedar Falls is starting road construction.
You're an active person. You always want the best from your body, and when an injury slows you down, you turn to the best. At the Waverly Health Center Orthopedic Clinic, Dr. Linda Martin, nurse practitioner Carrie Van E, and the health center team offer cutting-edge technology and personal patient-centered care. Knee and hip injuries, muscle strains and tears, no matter what sidelines you. Let our team get you back in the game. Waverly Health Center. We make a difference you can feel.
Wartburg's sustainability office is closed today. The office is filling in for employees at the physical plant in Waverly. If students have clothes to drop off for the clothing swap, they can leave them off in Old Main 10. Old Main 10 is located in the basement of Old Main, across from the Sustainability Office on Wartburg's campus. The city of Cedar Falls is closing half of one of their busiest streets today. University Avenue will only be one lane each direction instead of the normal 2 lanes each direction. Cedar Falls police say that the construction will take a few weeks. A reminder to anyone traveling on the road to slow down, watch for traffic signals, and be careful. In technology news, Mac users might not be as safe as they think. According to security researchers, malicious software called ransomware has successfully targeted Apple computers for the first time. Palo Alto Networks said it spotted the ransomware on Mac systems Friday. The program, called Carringer, locks out users until they pay 1 Bitcoin, which is a little more than $400 to get their files back. Palo Alto said it reported the issue to Apple as soon as they discovered it, and Apple has taken steps to protect their users. The ransomware hack comes at a time when the security of Apple's products have had intense scrutiny. The tech company is in a major debate with the U.S. government over the security of its iPhones. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's trending in social media. Now let's take a look at what's trending on social media. The new professional minor league basketball team is looking for a cheer and dance team. Cedar Valley Court Kings cheer and dance team will be holding tryouts on Sunday, March 20th at 2 p.m. at the Dan Gable Wrestling Museum in Waterloo. The team will make appearances in the 7 home games this season, and make sure to come with insurance information, resume of dance experience, your headshot, measurements for uniform, and appropriate clothing. And the most wanted and sought-after prize in hockey will be making its way to Waterloo on Saturday, March 26th, when the Waterloo Blackhawks host Green Bay. The Hawks announced Monday that the Stanley Cup will be on hand during the game. The trophy, representing the champion of the NHL, will be on display in the Cedar Valley for the first time since 2007. The Cedar Falls Municipal Golf Courses are opening. Pheasant Ridge and Walters Ridge will open today, March 8th at 10 a.m. It's the first day of the season for these 2 golf courses, and you can purchase season passes at the Cedar Falls Rec Center located on 110 East 13th Street. However, weather conditions will dictate all play, especially early on in the season. And speaking of spring, let's take a look now at your local weather.
What's next for your future?
Will it be worth it?
Will it lead you on a journey of discovery?
To embrace your passions.
Unlock your potential?
And realize your purpose.
With Wartburg, you can.
And you will, because you are worth it.
Wartburg. Worth it.
Schedule your campus visit and learn how Wartburg is worth it at wartburg.edu/worthit.
Hello from the design team at Gotcha Covered. Whether you are looking for simple window treatments for privacy or light control, or elaborate custom designs to add beauty and value to your home or office, Gotcha Covered has the solution for every window. Call today to schedule a free, no-obligation consultation in the convenience of your home or office. We proudly serve the Cedar Valley, and we look forward to taking care of your window treatment needs, regardless of your style or budget.
Now we welcome in Wartburg women's basketball coach Bob Amsbury, who's here to talk to us about his girls and their NCAA tournament run thus far. Thank you for joining us today.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
First off, tell us about kind of the emotion that went on when you guys heard your name being selected as an at-large bid for the tournament.
You know, the whole season's been emotional. We started off so well and beat a couple top 10 teams in December and felt good about it. And then in January, we hit a little slide where we lost 5 out of 6. Then we got it going again toward the end. Won 6 games in a row going into the conference tournament, and then got upset. And I knew we had a chance going in to that last week, and I knew we were going to be a bubble team. Would either be one of the first teams in, or one of the last teams in, or one of the first teams out. And when our name called, it was just kind of like we got a new life and a second chance. So it was awesome.
Yep. How have you handled kind of the roller coaster of emotion then this year?
You know, we just try to keep our players steady the whole time, knowing that every team goes through ups and downs in a season. And really in our slide, when we lost 5 of 6, we were still defending very well. 4 of those 5 losses were by 2 possessions or less. So it was just a matter of sticking with the process and hanging in there and continuing to believe in ourselves and in each other. And I thought we did a good job of doing that.
Obviously, you've won the first 2 games and are now on to the Sweet 16. What do those 2 games mean to you, and how do you keep it rolling?
You know, it means a lot. We're in a position that our program hasn't been in since 2001. Our kids have worked hard for this. We've planned for this. Sometimes plans don't work out, but it's worked out for us so far. And we're just excited to keep going and show people what we have.
So now St. Thomas is on a 16-game win streak. What's kind of the outlook for that game?
Yeah, I think it's a good matchup for us. They're built a lot like us. They've got a really good inside player, really dynamic. She's 6'3" and athletic, but we've got big kids too that I think we match up well with her. And then their guard play is very good. They stretch the floor. They can shoot the 3. They're athletic. They're deep. In a lot of ways, it's like looking in the mirror. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
You've proven that you can beat some of the top teams in the country. How do you knock off another one on Friday?
We got to stay true to who we are. I told our kids after our Friday win that we need to take the same approach. It's a different opponent, but we'll take the same approach. And we did a good job of that, and nothing changes. We need to take the same approach. And we need to be a good version of ourselves. And if we're a good version of ourselves, I think we can play with anyone.
You mentioned the approach will be the same, but how do you keep the girls hungry for more rather than getting complacent or being happy with how far they've made it so far?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that. At this time of year, you keep playing. You know, you're motivated. It doesn't take anything to get them motivated. They're ready to play. And our group is together as much as any team I've ever had.
So what's kind of the message heading into the game Friday for the team?
Compete hard, stay true to who we are, trust each other, believe in each other, give it our best shot.
What's kind of the run you've had so far? What's that do to make your team whole, make your team as coming together as one?
You know, it's easy when you win. I think teams really get tested when stuff gets hard, and stuff got hard for us in January, and we fought through that, and we fought through it together, and so it's just a matter of staying together. Even in a game, you know, if it goes well, it's kind of easy. When it gets hard, I think that's where your true test comes. And you know, Saturday, Oshkosh made a run at us after we got a really good start, and we struggled kind of in the second part of the first quarter, but our kids just hung together and continued to defend, and so we're ready for that kind of challenge.
All right, thanks, Coach, for joining us today. Best of luck on Saturday. The Knights will travel to St. Paul to take on St. Thomas at 8 p.m. On Friday.
Thanks.
You made it through.
Yeah. I set my.
Let's take a look now at today's top stories. The Wartburg Knights basketball, track and field, and wrestling head to nationals. The University of Illinois has hired a new head football coach in Lovie Smith, and University Avenue is starting construction in Cedar Falls today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, add our app on the Google Play and iTunes Store to take us with you wherever you go. And a reminder, the game Friday for the women's basketball is in Orange Out. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.